Well guys, I get to do something here that I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to be trapping beaver on my old stomping grounds. This land all was owned by my parents. They owned 2/4 sections, and we had a creek that went right through our land. And I had a conversation with the new landowner, and he's got some beaver issues. So you can see we got some water here, so I'm really looking forward to this. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of scouting, maybe setting a trap or two. But I'm going to be, I want to do this with my boys just to show them where I cut my teeth trapping. Trapping beaver, you know, me and my brothers have spent hours, thousands of hours at this creek, trapping, hunting. You know, we used to trap marten, mink, muskrats, beaver, coyotes, and it's a beautiful piece of property. As you can see, just gorgeous piece of property here. I'm kind of sad that we didn't purchase this when my mom and dad wanted to sell it. But you know, life was taking me in a different direction at the time, and it just didn't fit our what we were doing at the time. Not that I wasn't trapping, I've always trapped, but at the time there was just other things that we wanted to do. So but now we're going to go in. I'm going to try to make a little a video on just this location, and I'll take you through start to finish of this little damage control job that I'm going to do here. So it looks like here's the dam. I don't know if this is a secondary dam or if this is the main dam. As you can see, he's tried to control these beaver here. Looks like this used to be higher. I know there used to be a house right over there. You can still see it, but that house looks abandoned. There's got to be another house here someplace. So what we're gonna do is, I mean, there's spots right here that I could set some traps in. Looks like he tried to put a culvert in here. And I mean, I know for a fact that if I would, you know, set some traps right in here, just in this little corridor, I'm sure I'd be catching beavers. It doesn't look like there's a lot of beavers here, but you know, there'll probably be a small family here, so we'll see what we can get done. Okay, I did a little bit of exploring here. I found the real problem. I don't know if he's seen this dam or not, but this dam goes from about, oh man, probably about there. And it goes all the way around to over there. It's not a very high dam, but they've done some serious work here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of find, yeah, there's been a lot, just by looking, there's been a lot of beaver activity. I'm gonna kind of see where they've been cutting. I'd like to find their lodge, and we'll go from there. But this is, here's the mother lode right here. This is the main dam, guaranteed. So we're gonna do a little bit of exploring here and see what we can find out. I do have my 22 long rifle along today, and I do have some conifers, but my main mission is just to find out where they're cutting, where their lodge is, where the best spots are to set up. Okay, we'll move on. This is a huge beaver dam. This is the main creek here. I've been following this dam now for probably, I would say, a good 100 yards. And there's no end in sight now. That was one side of the dam. And who knows how far that dam goes that way. It's holding back a tremendous amount of water. I can find no crossovers. So I'm thinking about going back to the other side, walking along the field and coming. I might cross here and see what I can find on the other side. It's pretty tough going. So, but I've never seen a dam here before in all the years that we lived here. But this is, I can see they started with this, and then as it got backed up, they just went a tremendous amount. There's a lot of water here. And I want to get these beaver out of here before he finds out about this dam and decides to come. He said, you can hear me huffing and puffing. I finally found it. And what's great about this lodge is the field is just right there. So as soon as I got closer to the lodge, I started finding spots to set traps. So this is awesome stuff. So we're gonna just climb onto this lodge here, check it out a little bit. Looks like this might even be a good spot to sit and shoot a beaver. Now, this lodge doesn't look very big, but this water, I don't know, even from the years that we lived here, this is as high as I've seen it. So this lodge goes a long way in the water. This is a big lodge, so that's good. So we're gonna find some spots to set traps, maybe get out one or two. It took me a long time to find this lodge. Now we could break open the beaver dam and set traps. I always hate doing that. There were no crossovers on the beaver dam, but I found a bit of a crossover right there. I'm standing on an old dam, and I remember this dam. This dam was huge, and it's almost underwater. That gives you an idea how much water there's here. It's just everything is flooded, and it goes right onto his land there. So we'll see what we can find here. All right, so you see the water here, and you see where there's a little bit of low spots. You can see the low spots. There's water sitting over there right across the field. All this water is backed up from that dam that's way over there. So, you know, I'm in tight quarters in the bush, and the creek doesn't look like there's much there. But that gives you an idea, like if I walk over this field, I'm walking in water. That's how much water that dam is holding back. And it's backed up. I don't know if you can see the dark. It's a little bit darker there, the poplars. It's backed up to about there, where it's this high, and then it starts tapering off. But all this water comes from that dam. So he's got a bit of a problem here, and you know what? I've seen this before. I know I said I hadn't seen this water this high before, but we once had it where there was so much blockage back in the day that there was a stream running across our field right where that low spot is, and it was running into the bush, and up a little ways in the bush there's a little run, like a little stream, and it was flowing into there. So he's setting up you can see he's built a shop back there. Now, if I would have talked to this gentleman before he would have set up his yard, I could have told him that if you're gonna set up a shop in this, or your place in this area, you're gonna have to be patrolling the creek up to, at least up to there someplace. You cannot have any beaver dams from there all the way to that corner behind the shop. And it goes further that way yet. Even anything in there, this corner always flooded. So hopefully I'll clean up these beaver, and this will dry up. This is gonna take, the thing is, we've had so much moisture this summer that this water isn't gonna go away. Even if he takes that dam out, this water will not go away. The ground is completely saturated. Like the farmers, it's end of September, and most farmers have just gotten started with harvest. Like everything is saturated with water. So this water is here till next summer, and if we have a heavy snowfall, look out, this is all going to be underwater. Especially if he's going to have to take the dam out. There's no other way. Otherwise his shop and everything is going to be like, there'll be water in his shop, no doubt. So I will tell him about that. I will first clean these beaver out of here, and then I will tell him, take that dam out. It has to be taken out. We used to, back in the day, blow beaver dams with dynamite. That was just awesome. But my dad had a license, and so we would go out, you know, me and my brother and my dad would go out, and we blow beaver dams with dynamite. It was a lot of fun. Wish we could still do though that type of stuff. I would jog in here anytime and set off a couple sticks of dynamite in that dam and let her go. I would love to show my boys that. But yeah, as you can see, just a beautiful little plot of land here. Spent a lot of good days out here.